Prime numbers, fifth graders, children of all ages, are defined as simply numbers that have exactly, numbers with exactly and only two factors. All right, for example, let's jot these down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, if I asked you to list all the factors of these numbers, let's do that for 1 through 16. Jacob Kutzendorf, what are the factors of 1? What will give you 1 when you multiply it together? 1 times 1. So 1 only has 1 factor. What times 1 gives you 2? Michael? 1 times 2, right? It's not a tough one. What times what will give you 3? What numbers go evenly into 3? What times what? Christine?
I was wondering what the word after exactly.
Exactly and only. And only 2 factors. How about 4? 4 gets a little more interesting. What numbers go evenly into 4? We've done factors before, so this shouldn't be tough on you. Who's got it there? Kelsey?
1 and 2.
And 4. Okay, 1 in itself are always factors of any number. Okay, factors of 5, Peter?
1 and 5.
1 and 5. Factors of 6. Jacob?
1, 2, and 6.
Don't forget about 3. I believe when I talked to you about doing factors, I said make sure when you write them down in their pairs, because otherwise you'll do like Jacob did there and forget 1. What are factors of 7? 1 and 7. Factors of 8. So when you do factors of 8, you should do 1 times 8 and 2 times 4, so that you don't forget 1. Factors of 9. Factors of 9, Alexa.
1,
Times 9.
3.
3 times 3. Factors of 10. Calvin, factors of 10 are 1,
2, 5, and 10.
don't forget about 1, 2, 5, and 10. Factors of 11. Oh, it's a tough one. Just 1 and 11. Factors of 12. 12 has a bunch of factors. Let's start off with 1 and 12. What else gives you 12? 2 times 6 and 3 times 4. Factors of 13. Just 1 and 13. Factors of 14. Nick?
1 and 14. 2 and 7.
Good. Factors of 15. I'll just write them down there. 1 times 15 and 3 times 5. And factors of 16. 1, 16, 4 times 4, 2 times 8. Guess I should have done it a little differently, but that would be fine. Okay, now, here's the big question here. Based on what we have there, knowing that, let's go with a different color here. Knowing that prime numbers are numbers that have exactly and only 2 factors, which of those numbers do I have written up there would be prime numbers? Really, prime numbers just mean you can't divide them by any number. Okay, but you got to follow this rule here. What are the prime numbers there? First prime number you see that has only 2 factors is the number 2. It is prime. The number 3 is prime. The number 5 is prime. The number 7 is prime. The number 11 is prime. 13 is prime. And right there, those are the first 2, 4, 6 prime numbers. Okay, now make sure you note that the number 1 is not prime. Okay? Because of this reason here. It has to have exactly 2 factors. The number 1 only has 1, which is itself. So it's not prime. All the rest of these are prime. Now, a little helpful hint here. Okay? Yes, Alexa. The number 2 is the only even prime number. Can anybody tell me why the number 2 would be the only even prime number? Every other even number is not going to be prime because of what simple reason there? Jacob?
Because it's like it's not a high number.
No, has nothing to do with it. High or low doesn't matter. Nick?
Every other even number 2 can go into.
Exactly. If you look at every other even number, 2 is always a factor of an even number. Why? Because you can always cut an even number in half. Okay? So anytime you see an even number other than 2, it's always, well, it's not going to be prime. Now, with that being said, I need you to take out another blank piece of paper. I would put it in the same piece, but you would never know to look there for it, so that's why we have to have a new one. And that is this, a composite number. And I suppose I should do this.